Hi, welcome to Marker Board Videos. Today's video, the next in our Math in Minutes series, is factoring by grouping. My name is Nancy Foote, and at the end of this video you should be pretty darn good at factoring by grouping. Let's get started. 3n cubed minus 3n squared, and to that we're adding 10n minus 10. Now you may see this problem without the parentheses, or maybe you do. If you don't see parentheses, put parentheses around the first two terms and the last two terms. Now I'm going to look at these first two terms, 3n cubed and 3n squared. And by looking at those, I see that they have a 3n squared in common. In other words, 3n is what the first term is, 3n is the second term. In common they have a 3 and 2 n's. And so that's what I have right here, 3n squared. So 3n cubed divided by 3n squared is 1n, and 3n squared divided by 3n squared is 1. Do the same thing over here, and I see what they have in common is 10, with n minus 1 in the parentheses. 10n divided by 10 is n, negative 10 divided by 10 is negative 1. And what I want, ideally, is for the numbers in the parentheses to be the same, the expression. So, when I want to complete my factoring, I say it's 3n squared from here, plus 10 from here, times n minus 1, and now I've factored it. I may not have made it simpler, but I certainly have factored it. Let's do another problem. 2x cubed plus x squared plus 12x plus 6. Parentheses around the first two terms and around the last two terms. So when I look at this, I see what they have in common is an x squared, which leaves me with 2x plus 1. What those two have in common is a 6, which leaves me with a 2x plus 1. And remember, ideally I want to have the same thing in the parentheses, otherwise I can't factor it by grouping. I have x squared from here plus 6 from here times 2x plus 1, which is what's in each of those parentheses, and I'm done. I've now factored that expression. The reason I don't know why I keep messing up, but equation says equals something, and this doesn't have an equal, so it's only an expression, not an equation. Let's do another one. 7k cubed plus 14k squared plus 3k plus 6. Parentheses around the first two terms, parentheses around the last two terms. 7k cubed and 14k squared. I can take a 7k squared out of both of those. That leaves a k plus 2. 3k and 6. I can take a 3 out of both of those, which leaves a k plus 2. As long as these are the same, I can factor by grouping. 7k squared from here plus 3 from here multiplied by k plus 2 from this parentheses, or that one, it's the same, and you're done. Let's do one with a negative in it. 3f cubed minus 3f squared plus 7f minus 7. Parentheses around the first two, parentheses around the last two. When I look at my 3f squared and my 3f cubed, I know I can take a 3f squared out, which leaves me an f minus 1, plus 7f minus 7, I can take a 7 out, which leaves me an f minus 1. That's good, those are the same. So factoring, it's 3f squared plus 7. Again, it comes from here and here, times f minus 1. At any point that you see a problem that you want to try on your own, once I write it on the board, go ahead and pause your video, pause your YouTube video, and try it yourself, and then turn the video back on and see if you got the same answer as I did. 2v cubed plus 20v squared minus v minus 10. That's a good one. Why don't you go ahead and see if you can figure that one out. Well, I don't know if you turned off your video or not, but I'm going to move this over just a little bit because I'm going to put plus negative v minus 10. That's going to clarify things a little bit for me. So 2v cubed and 20v squared means I can take out a 2v squared, and I'm left with v plus 10. And when I look at this, if I want this to be v plus 10, it seems to me that if I take out a negative 1, I'm left with a v plus 10. I can put a plus negative or just a minus 1, but since this and this are identical, my factored form is 2v squared minus 1 times v plus 10. Last practice problem we're going to do, 2g cubed plus 4g squared minus 7g minus 14, and again, because I want a little more clarification, I'm going to put plus negative 7g minus 14, parentheses, parentheses. Pause the video now and see if you can figure this one out. Did you pause the video? I hope so. 2g cubed, 4g squared, what do they have in common? 2g squared, which leaves me with g plus 2 on this side. Negative 7g, negative 14, what do they have in common? Negative 7, g plus 2. That's good, I wanted those both to be the same. My factored form is 2g squared minus 7, g plus 2. I could have put 2g plus negative 7, it's exactly the same thing. If you have any questions about how to factor by regrouping, please send me an email, and have a great day.